Hello everyone, how are you tonight? I am just winding down my day and I just wanted to pop on for just a few minutes. We have had a very exciting day. Had a lot going on at our house. Hello. Let's see, I'm gonna give this a few minutes. Hey Linda, how are you? Good to see you, friend. Hi everybody. How are you doing? I am just washing up my dishes tonight and I thought I'd bring you guys along. Hey Tammy. Hello Vanessa. How are you? Hey everybody. I'm using my little Scrub Daddy. Do you guys have a Scrub Daddy? Because I love that thing. Hey Nancy. How are you? Hi Diane. Hi Sue. You guys, it's kind of late, but we've had such a big day. You guys know my grandsons are here visiting. So we had a good day today. All right, hey Ruby. I am washing up my cookie sheets. I have been baking cookies tonight for my school tomorrow. Let me grab I need a dish towel. Hey Nancy Dole. How are you? How's your thyroid condition? Well, let me tell you something. I started drinking the drink that Daryl is using to, lower his insulin resistance and his, or to kind of help with his insulin resistance and his A1C. And I started drinking it and my thyroid has been getting a little bit smaller, which is very shocking. I thought I was drinking it because I needed some help with like brain fog and that sort of stuff. Anyway, so that's interesting that you would ask because I just noticed it last week. So yeah, it's not as big as it used to be. Kind of crazy. Barb said, good evening. Glad to see you're going down and get your comfy. I know, I got my comfy jammies on. Absolutely. So let me tell you guys what happened today. So started out, Daryl and I, you might have watched the video this morning, but we woke up to, at like 6 o'clock this morning, a lot of activity going on. I didn't have a school today, so was kind of sleeping in a little bit. I was going to get up about 7. And anyway, Clint and the concrete people were here this morning, and they were just, going to pour concrete. And so they got here and the big concrete truck, because it's been just raining so much, it actually kind of sunk on one side of the driveway. And like, as Clint was describing it, Clint was like, we almost thought it was going to tip over. So you guys, that was a blessing that it did not tip over. Nobody got hurt. And then they just filled that area in, and then we're going to figure out what to do with the driveway. But yeah, that was kind of a hiccup that happened today. And they poured everything, and then amazingly, they were actually able to get a lot of it all finished, and it looks awesome. So the sun went down too early for us to show you guys the end and how it looked, but I'll show you guys tomorrow because it looks fabulous out there. I'm always amazed at these workers and just, oh, my word, their skill is so amazing. Hey Michael, good to see you. It's been a minute. Yes, it has been a minute. We have had quite a lot going on. Karen says, I was in Columbiana today and saw a little Jesus figure in the driver's license office, and I wondered if it was one that you left. No, I have not been to the driver's license office, but I do need to go there. I was noticing that my license is going to expire. Julie says, has the drink made you lose weight also? You know what? I have not been drinking it to lose weight. Like I said, I've just been drinking it just to kind of help with my brain fog and that sort of thing. I have lost about 10 pounds, but I know a lot of that has been working on this house. We've been working so hard, and you know, I've been wearing I wear that pack, and I have been kind of watching my sugar and different things like that, but I wear that backpack and I walk, you know, every morning. And I think, like when I read the book, The Comfort Crisis, and the guy was talking about women especially should wear a little bit of weight on their back or should carry a little bit of weight. And when you wear a rucksack, this particular rucksack kind of helps so that your back doesn't hurt. And anyway, I think it's really just helped to strengthen my core and just help tone. That's really the only thing that I really kind of have been doing a little bit differently. So, yeah, so if you ask me if I lost a little bit of weight, I have been drinking that drink, but really it has a lot more to do with just my exercise and that sort of stuff. So anyway, I hope that helped you. Charlotte said, you are very inspirational. I enjoy you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Let's see. Deborah said, hello, Miss Annie. Finally caught you live. I'm so glad. So very low sound. Is it hard for you guys to hear what I'm doing? Let me finish this. I'm almost done with this one last dish. All right. So you guys know our grandsons are here, and let me tell you what I did with them today. I took them down we walked downtown and we ate at Davis Drug, which is just this fun drugstore that's been around forever. And they have yummy sandwiches. Hey, Zeke, do you want to come say hi? Yeah. Okay. So I was just telling them that we went, so here's Zeke. You want to step right here? I was telling them that we went to the drugstore. Did you like that? And you want to tell everybody what you ate?
I was a little bit tired today, so I failed to say cheeseburger, and I said hamburger. And then when they came, I had to say, she had to say, can you add cheese?
Yeah.
So I had a cheeseburger.
So you ended up having a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you want to tell them where we walked? You got to get back. See, they can't see you. So we walked to a museum. Which museum did we go see? Who's the first president of the United States?
George Washington.
George Washington. So did you have a good time? Yeah. So it was really cool. So there's a big George Washington collection, one of the largest collections outside of Mount Vernon. It's right here in Columbiana, so we went and saw that. Then we had to hurry home because it was kind of rainy, right? And then we went and got Piper and Luke, and then we spent the afternoon with them. That was really fun, wasn't it?
We also didn't have our car, so we had to run through the rain.
Yeah, we didn't have the car, so we ran through the rain. Yeah, we're trying to use this microphone so that you guys can hear Zeke.
Hello.
Zeke is really fun. You want to tell everybody how old you are?
9.
So Zeke is 9, and he's a whole lot of fun, aren't you? So Zeke and Piper made a little video. Yeah. So you made some cookies today too, didn't you? So we did a little video. So we're going to post that with Piper. You didn't realize you were going to be on a live, did you?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys, let me see what else you guys are saying. Faye said it's really raining here in North Carolina and getting cooler after such warm temperature. Anna said, where do your grandkids live? So these grandkids actually live in Virginia. And their parents went on a trip with the two older boys. And so these younger boys who Titus is, let's see, how old is Titus? Titus is 14 in 9th grade. And then Zeke is in 3rd grade. And they're just here for spring break. Hey, Sharon. Sharon says he's so handsome. He is really handsome. And Kim said he looks sleepy. He is sleepy. It's 9:30. It's about time to go to bed for sure. But they're going to be here. They're going to be leaving on Thursday. And so they're just hanging out with us. And so today we went and got Luke and Piper, and they came over, and then they played. And then we ran around this house and we played a game that we've always played with them, which is Tickle Monster, but they kind of changed the version. So Daryl is the Tickle Monster, and he ends up tickling them. If I intercede and if I touch them, then he has to let them go and stop tickling them, and then they run around and chase. They have the greatest time. So we enjoy it. It's fun. Hey, Sharon from Canada. Wanda says, so handsome. He really is so handsome. So Cheryl said, everyone wants to know about the drink. Okay, so I will tell you guys this. So Daryl has been drinking an Una Mate, and also Balance is what it's called. And if you go to, he's been drinking it for 4.5, almost 5 months, and it has been lowering his A1C and helping him with insulin resistance, which is a lot of people have insulin resistance and they don't really realize that they do. So, I've kind of talked to you guys about this before, but for almost 11 years, so next month will be 11 years, we have just struggled trying to figure out how to help Daryl not to have another stroke. And so I had heard about this about a year ago, and when Daryl came home in the fall and his numbers were up and we were going to be adding more medication, we just decided to try it. So, we tried it and we didn't talk about it for about 4.5 months until he went to the doctor and his numbers were coming down and he'd lost the weight, and he goes again in April. But we wanted to make sure that we knew that it worked. And so that's why we were like, we're not going to talk about it until we really believe in this product. And I will have to tell you that it's one of those things where Daryl feels a whole lot of hope. So for more information, we set up on our website where you guys can click on it and kind of learn more about it and the science behind it and all of the things. It is on, so if you go to missannieshomeandkitchen.com/fiber, you'll be able to read all about it. If you have any questions, you can actually email Daryl, and that's on there too. And so even tonight, he was sitting here answering some questions about it. So I hope that helped you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Sharon said he looks amazing. Can't wait to see his A1C number at his next appointment. I know, Sharon. We're really excited about it too, because he was at an 8 and came down to a 6. So we'll see what they say. We were talking about it today, actually, and I was like, Daryl, I think you just got to go in there and you have to say, listen, we've been trying to figure this out. He's had the same doctor since his stroke. We've been trying to figure this out, and I think I've figured out something that you can give and share with your patients, because it's just one of those, interesting things that I know that a lot of doctors feel like that is the answer, and is medication upon medication. And anyway, here we were 10, 11 years later, and it wasn't really helping Daryl. So Felicia said, I wonder if there is some benefits to help my husband with his Parkinson's. I don't really know for sure. I do know that this helps a lot of different things. Cheryl said, Daryl does look amazing. Thank you, guys. Oh, here he is. Come on, D.
Thought I would come in and just say hi to everybody. I've been watching a basketball. You guys realize there's a basketball game on?
I know. I was like, I'm just going to jump on for just a minute and update everybody. And you know what? I forgot to tell you guys, part of the reason why I actually came on is Tabby from In the Kitchen with Tabby is coming to visit on Thursday and be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go home Sunday. But Friday, she and I are going to go to the Leaders right here in town from 2 to 4. So if you are in the area and if you guys want to come, I will be putting up a post about it also. But if you want to come from 2 to 4 at Leaders, you'll be able to meet me and Tabby. So there we go. Let's see. Connie said, no more strokes, Mr. D. Blessings to you, friend. He looks so handsome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And this product really has been a blessing in my life. And I'm completely in.
Yeah. And we didn't know that we would be completely in.
No.
And we are completely in. I'm thinking maybe you should get here, do you want to wear a microphone for a minute?
Oh, okay.
How is that game going? Houston
Well,
was up by 10.
They were, but Florida's they're down by Florida's down by 6 now.
Okay.
They were making a run. So.
Okay. So we got lots of people saying, "Hey D, go Houston."
Yeah.
Sandra's watching the basketball game. I know. Michael McDaniel says, "Hey D, good to see you."
Hey, buddy.
So good to see you guys. Martha said, I hope the Gators win. Listen, my sweet friend Stella, I call her my mom, Stella.
Stella's
And Michelle, they are big Gator
big
fans.
Gator
for
fans.
sure. So Lisa said the product is great. Lisa, have you tried it? That's so good. There were so many of you guys that tried it. So
And I got a lot of positive remarks, and I just was so grateful for your willingness to try it and that it's working for you. It's wonderful.
So if you guys have tried it, because when we announced it, or when we talked about it, probably maybe a month ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, a lot of you guys tried it, and you got to let me finish what I'm saying because I get distracted.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of you guys also, when you signed up for it and when you receive the product, you guys get texts, and Daryl is the one that answers those, you guys.
Yeah.
So you're really hearing from him, because my mom was like, is Daryl really the one answering them? And I was like, he really is.
Now
So-
I'll preface that there are some automated texts that go out, and
Right.
they encourage you to interact. And when you ask a question off of those texts, I'm the one answering them.
That's it. Yeah. Yep. Martha said, I ordered the product and I'm so excited to get it. I will talk to you. That's awesome. Lisa said she signed up under Daryl. Well, that's
Well,
great.
thank you, Lisa.
And honestly, we never intended to really get involved with this. We're just looking for help for Daryl, and now that we have found so much help and hope, we can't not talk about it. We just can't not talk about it. So anyway,
Somebody
just wanted
asked,
to share that.
they just ask a very simple question, and it's probably about 10 or 20 people back, but what is the product? So it's actually 2 products. One of them is Unamate, which is Yerba Mate.
An Yerba Mate.
And it's in your physician's reference desktop book. The physicians have this product in their book, in their office. And then the other balance is actually fiber, which is it's a blend of 7 different fibers and a lot of vitamins. It's a very nutritious product.
Supplement.
Supplement.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So a lot of you guys are asking what the name of the product is and what is the drink, and Daryl just answered that. But really kind of the best thing to do is just go to our website, don't you think?
I think so.
So
Go to missandieshomeandkitchen.com/fiber. And if you go down to the bottom, there's a button there. It says, to order, click here. Well, you're not ordering. What you're doing is you're going to the homepage of the corporation, and there are videos. There's all kinds of information there for you to look at and to read.
Yeah, so if you click on that button, don't worry that you're not going to be ordering anything yet or anything like that, but it does take you to the information and the science and all that stuff. So Anyway, all right. Well,
Hey, Mary from Dothan, Alabama. Did you get all that rain that we got today? Holy cow. Did you see the video of the creek going through the Montevallo Park?
no.
Oh my gosh, it was so swollen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, amazing.
No, I didn't see it. Here's Zeke. Zeke is like, he's such a fun guy. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's a good time around here when these grands are here. Did we have a good time tonight, Dean?
Oh my gosh, running around, screaming, tickling. Oh, it's the funnest stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
And they will be back tomorrow because Piper and Luke are actually in school. So we went and got them right off the bus today and grabbed them and had them come. And it was so much fun. And then took them back, maybe about an hour ago. So Elaine said, good afternoon from Australia.
Australia, holy cow.
Awesome. Okay,
Cool.
Bonnie Dixon, please pray for my husband who had a cerebellum stroke 7 weeks ago.
Oh my.
Bonnie, I think I emailed you back. I think you wrote me and I emailed you back. So I hope you received that email back, you little sweet friend. I hope that you can see with Daryl that you can make a good recovery from that stroke.
Yes.
When Daryl first had his stroke, we had never heard of this kind of stroke. It's the stroke in the cerebellum, so it doesn't look like a stroke, you guys. It looks like a lot of dizziness, and a lot of times it's misdiagnosed, and people then develop hydrocephalus, and that's what they die from. So amazing that your husband is still here, Bonnie. But when we met, it was our friends, the Van Campens, and their son-in-law had a cerebellar stroke, which we had never heard of. And do you remember, it was just such a blessing to find out that he had recovered and gotten back on a bike and done stuff. So we will be praying for you, Bonnie. Just, I hope that Daryl is an example of what's possible, is what I hope.
Yes.
Michael said there was 6.3 inches of rain in Ohio.
I bet we had that here. I
Well,
haven't heard
and
the number, but my gosh.
I told him about the
cement.
cement truck today going through, you guys. It was several feet, like it went
Went
dropped.
all the way down to the axle, so it couldn't go any further.
It was because the ground was so soft, right?
Right. And if he'd have come any further or forward,
forward.
over, he would have gone. So Clint got him to stop, and they did that little mud buggy, which was a cool little device.
Yeah.
I'd never seen one of those.
Yeah, y'all go watch the video this morning because you'll see that. But anyway, so Jill said, thank you for telling us about the drink and where that information for that drink for Daryl. Yes. Well, you guys, and we will share, we have thought about what we will do is where we'll have just a specific time when we're going to talk to you guys about it again and share a little bit more about it, because we've talked about it between us and we're like, we don't want to just be selling you guys stuff all the time, but we just feel so strongly about this. We can't not tell you about it because it has changed so much for Daryl.
I'm close to 30 pounds down, and my last A1C, it went from an 8.3 to a 6. My next appointment is April 23rd, which is 3 weeks? 2.5 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited to go back and see how the blood work is this next time.
I was telling him that you're going to go back to the doctor and that I think you need to go in there and say, I have found what works.
And it's in your book.
Yeah, it's in your medical book, and you probably don't even realize it. And I think that it will give her an option if she's open-minded enough, But anyway, it's just amazing. So anyway, we just felt like we cannot not share it. So if you guys want to find more information, go down the rabbit hole. Go to missannyshomeandkitchen.com/fiber, and it will pull up Daryl's weight loss journey. And then you just kind of click on that button. It'll say buy now or something like that. We need to change that on there, but just click on it because you're not really buying anything. And then it will just take you to what Daryl said, the homepage of the company. And you can look at all the science stuff and all the videos and everything. It's pretty amazing. So, anyway. We
I
love
have
y'all.
seen some big inches of water that have dropped. Somebody in Louisiana said it was 7 inches there. Man, when it came through here. I was like, we're about to float away.
I know, right? I know so much. All right, well, I've got to get this little boy in bed.
Yeah, and I've got a game.
You
to
got
watch.
a game to watch.
Somebody just said it's all tied up, so I need to go watch that.
You guys, we love you. And really, the whole reason I really kind of got on was just to say, hey, listen, so if you're in this area, I'm going to be at Leaders on Friday from 2 to 4.
Love you guys.
Come see us. All right, you guys. Love you guys so much. And we're so glad that you guys are like just willing to hang out with us. We love you. And as I'm going to just remind you to be stronger every day, know that you can do hard things, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.